Good morning, traders. Today is Wednesday, February 26, 2005. It's 9:25 on the East Coast. Thank you for joining us for another stream. We have the ES and NQ we're going to be looking at. Also, we're looking at gold and live cattle. So, with that said, let me just say this is for information purposes only. This is for educational purposes only, not a recommendation to buy or sell any contracts, whether it's future contracts or foreign exchange. So definitely not going to tell you this is not investment advice. We're not going to recommend you to buy or sell any of those. So it's just a matter of us trading together as a community and just sharing my experience over the last close to 2 decades of trading and just really learning from one another in this community. With that said, let me grab a sip of water here. My voice is getting a little bit hoarse. I'm not sure if I'm coming down with something, but let me get a sip of water. We'll dive in the analysis. All right, so bottom right, we're looking at ES right now. ES looks like it's a little bit of selling off happening right now. Got a big engulfing bar here on the 30 minutes. When I look at this here, this is definitely a bearish sign. And yesterday we had a bearish day, and today again, it looks like we're trying to do the same thing. Because if I expand this band here, this is a support zone. It was at one point. Then it became resistance. Now it's acting as resistance again. So, we can definitely see some bearish movement here today on the ES. Let's quickly at the NQ. Guessing NQ is probably going to be the same thing. Yeah, same exact thing here. We even have a fair value gap created by this candle here yesterday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Resistance area. It looks like they're coming down. Looking at gold. I think gold overnight was down. Yeah, gold is down. Same thing. Big candle yesterday. I closed at 10:30. Came back to that zone last night. Now they're selling off again. Most likely, they're going to probably test that zone again here. That's a fair value gap and maybe move it higher. But gold is bearish. And another thing I look at nowadays that I trade, especially on a day like yesterday, the way things were volatile, I traded live cattle. Again, live cattle has been kind of on a downtrend, but the last couple of days, it's been going higher. Since we had to turn around on this since last Thursday, after this morning sell-off, we get something higher. Live cattle opens at 9:30, which is going to happen anytime now. I think a few seconds. This is when live cattle open, so we're going to see some movement here. Again, that market just opened, and we should see some kind of movement here in live cattle happening. All right, we're going to look at those markets here and see what happens. Definitely looks like the bears are taking over both ES and NQ. And we're gonna keep an eye on gold. We may trade gold live here today or live cattle. Let's see what happened here. The live cattle, we're kind of bullish on it. Let's see if it's gonna live up to that. Maybe come back and give us a couple negative bars, and with live cattle, what I noticed, we gotta kind of engage early because otherwise you're probably gonna miss the move. It moves a little slower than the other. This is why we're looking at the bottom right and the top left. It's the same thing here. So I think it came back and almost touched this fair value gap. So I think it may try to go higher here. And if it goes higher, I think we may be trying to go with it. All right, lower. So if it goes higher here above this would be above the VWAP. We may want to 7. So we're gonna make a bad decision here. If we go higher here, we wanna be part of. Okay, we got fill here. Tick. Then we up 3 tick. Make a no low. May have some delay on live cattle here because it's showing the price action is not. Yeah, it's a 2-minute delay. So it's gonna have to. Price action is not matching what's happening here. Hopefully we'll catch up here. So where can we go from here? 5.75. 7 could be where we go here. get a full point on live cattle if possible. And see with the delay, it's kind of, yeah, the delay definitely doesn't help. And I don't want to disconnect to reconnect here because I'm not sure which way it's going here. I might have to do that actually. Because live cattle right now is at 52. 55. We're definitely taking some heat on live cattle. If I can see what the live price is on my other screen, I'll be fine. Because live cattle is like right here, 57.5. That's what the bid is. Do about 6 ticks to my stop. I wonder if I do like data. Everything else is going. Everything else is going fine except the live cattle and ES. I will see if we make a new low here. If we make take out the low of the day. We don't want to be part of this anymore. Yeah, it looks like they're pushing back up here. Down only 3 ticks. Yeah, it's going higher now. So I can do maybe load the historical data for live cattle and see if that's gonna help. Because we're like 3 minutes behind right now. So I think that might help. Let's see. No, nothing's happening here. Still have that delay in live cattle and ES. Everything else is working fine. Live cattle and ES has a little bit of delay here, but I can see what the price is right now. We should be over about 1 or 2 ticks here, which is what it is. So this is behind by 3 minutes. All right, thank you for being here. If you have any questions, comments, please let me know. Let me know what you're trading and how things are going for you out there. Again, I took a long early in live cattle after we have this reversal bar here at 95.75, 195.75, targeting a whole point here and see if we can get that 40 ticks on live cattle today. And we're having some kind of technical difficulties here as far as cattle and ES. If you look at ES is behind, cattle is behind, everything else is fine except the ZN. Got the notes, the 10-year. I think it's the 10-year notes here that's doing what it's doing. Well, the next step would be to just disconnect and reconnect. See if we can disconnect here and reconnect. If we're gonna have some kind of, and that's what, this is what I didn't want to happen here. Yeah, the delay is, it's gonna have to restart Ninja. So I don't know what's happening with that live cattle trade. I used to run my Ninja trade on my computer. But to free up resources on my regular computer, I don't run it anymore. But I need to do that. A situation like this would be good to have another. Now we got a trade out there. We don't know what's happening with it, which is not good. And Ninja is not something that's going on with it. Are we doing that? Let's see if I can launch my Ninja on my regular computer. Whichever one start first. There's something's going on here. Because it's not supposed to take that long for Ninja to, oh, that's from my regular computer. Let's see, try this again. See, things are moving. You can see things are over here going on with Ninja. We don't know. Ninja is a beautiful thing when it's working. This is not how I was planning on this to be. Oh, good morning, Noah. Good morning, wishing. I'm praying a good day for you as well. Yeah, I'm having some some connection issues here with, I was in a trade and I was like 3 minutes behind, so I had to restart here. So let's see what happened. Let's connect here and see if we're still in that position. We may not be in that position anymore. Yeah, not good at all in the middle. I think I just could disconnect. I just connected here. It looks like I'm down only 2 ticks. So let's see. Oh, okay. What were you trading, Noah? If you don't mind me asking. NQ, okay. Yeah, NQ can definitely be something that move really, really fast. Guessing you were were you short NQ? Because I'm not sure when exactly you were trying to, yeah, at the open it was kind of down and then you reversed to the upside. Let's go back here to see if we can trading NQ. Definitely gotta give it the room. Unless you're scalping, if you're scalping 30-second charts and stuff like, even then some 30-second candle in NQ could be 20 points long. 20 points, so which is about 80 ticks. That's right. So if we can get our data, let's see. LE, okay, we're back on LE as far as there's no lag anymore. So let's see if we can go to the right account here. Not sure what's going on here. Can't cancel the stop for whatever reason they put a stop order. That's not where a stop order should be. A stop, go position. It's only down 3 ticks. The good thing, this thing doesn't move fast because while we're connected. While we're connecting, definitely this thing could have definitely moved away from us. All right, So that's exactly where we want to be. I'll give it maybe one more tick. So below here, we like 3 ticks below the low. Also here, we're thinking this could go all the way to 75 if it goes higher. 77 to cover my commissions. But yeah, let's see what happened here. One thing with LE is very slow. It's gonna definitely range here, but we saw there's the impression here after we had yesterday and the day before we had a bullish day. I think we were looking for a bullish day today here. That's why when we open higher. When we went this way, and then on this candle here, this is when I put my buy stop at 75, and I got long. I mean, I think we were up a few ticks, and then now it's doing this. So if you were to get you're having internet problems, okay. No problem. Noah, take care. Thank you for being on the stream. Appreciate your support. Hopefully the issues will be resolved. Okay, so we're down 2 ticks here. That's not the end of the world. Let's see if we can. The thing we weren't trading the NQ or anything like that, because if that thing was going against us, it would have been a quick. Let's see. All right, we're gonna put this in the smaller. Let's see what's happening elsewhere here. See what's happening elsewhere. So ES trying to push higher. Q the same thing. That's a big engulfing candle here at the 9:30 candle. It's 10 o'clock now. If they come and pack me out here, they pack me out. I feel like my stop is out of the way of that range it's doing right now. So if they come back up, if they come back down here to tag me out, they're gonna have to earn it. Let's see. So the equities are turning to the upside. Definitely NQ starting to the upside. That's for sure. Same thing with probably ES. Yeah, so now it's a big engulfing candle here. And we're going higher. Looks like LE is trying to do the same thing, turning to the upside. If we were to get over 96 here, if they get over 96, we'll probably go to break even. Let's see what happens. All right, I went long LE. The impression like the first few minutes, typically you get that surge to the upside or downside, and today it decided to just range. That's part of trading sometimes, we don't know the future. We're just trying to react to what's happening. In hindsight, like, oh, now it's ranging. See if we can, hopefully we'll push higher here over 196, and we'll go from there. High of the day is 195.92.5. So get a little push higher here. Yes, and then Q found some resistance here, selling off a little bit. Again, I'm live cattle, which is a very, this is not exciting trading at all. It's very boring, which is what trading should be. Trading should be boring. But right now, looking at ES, I'm gonna go down here. They've definitely found some sellers up there. Same thing with NQ. Found some sellers. Yeah, the buyers on ES stepping back in here. Yeah, definitely getting more aggressive. So bottom left chart here, that's ES, the order flow chart, showing some aggressive buying on those levels here. So now if they go any higher, they're going to be hitting that fair value gap, that resistance level. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, early trade is really something that ranging at the moment. Just ranging. All right. Looks like ES trying to go higher again. Looking at the order flow here on ES, we're definitely approaching that resistance zone. If we buy here is all we did here is ranging. We range from 957. So if we close negative here, that means we're going to have some trap buyers up here. So definitely they may get risky. Right now, the buyers up here are really hurt. And this market is typically there really to inflict pain. Look at the market. So which side can get hurt more here? It's not the sellers, it's the buyers. Because if you buy all the way up here after this big run to the upside, you're a week long here. So they're going to make you pay for that. And your stop's probably going to be down here at 59.99 area. So they may definitely make you pay for that, for buying so high here. So seeing a move down here, it's very likely, unless they decide to put their foot on the gas here on the buy side, like they're doing now. Okay, there you go. Let's get to this resistance zone here. Let's see what happened. It's a lot of buying on this candle. All right, let me look at my LE trade on my other screen. About 7 ticks. Yeah, we knew this was going to be potential resistance here. Let's see if they're going to come out of it and go lower. So some probably profit taking here, or some sellers jumping in thinking this is overextended. Now I guess they're about to find out. The buyers might be for real here. We're making no high here, and definitely some people will be hurting here on the sell side. The last 3 bars we kind of range. We're ranging at the moment here. Looks like they're trying to break out here to the upside. All right, let's make this smaller. Down 4 ticks on the LE. Let's see. A lot of cattle will go higher or lower. We have our place and our target. Whichever way it goes, it's fine with us. Again, above 196. That's when I probably would consider. I would, the plan is to move to break even above 196 if we get there. Bottom right 30-minute chart. As you can see, we are definitely pushing higher. But again, right now we're ranging in that area. The last 5 bars here, we're still in that same range. When it's ranging like this, because this market looks like we have some momentum to the upside, then, the guess would be, hey, we probably break here if we break to the upside. Because obviously this is resistance, but the sellers didn't have enough oomph, they didn't have enough strength to break it, so to bring it all the way down. So right now we're seeing the buyers at any time he can break to the upside. Next resistance probably going to be this standard deviation here with from the VWAP. So that's just 1, 2, and 3 standard deviation. At this point, we're really starting to get a little extended, but 60-20 could be a resistance. The delta coming here 520. Definitely the buyers are trying to take over here, but delta is quickly diminishing as well. So sellers are present. Somebody said something in the chat. 60-20, definitely you would expect that. It's not a quarter, but it's it's a round number 20. Usually try to do something here. So 60-20 definitely could be a resistance. Good morning, Jimmy. Thank you for being here, for supporting the stream. If you just got here, I'm on a long LE trade at 95.75 down right now, 4 ticks. So I'm gonna put this back down. But here we're watching ES going higher here. Again, after this range here, that just tells me, hey, the sellers really didn't have much to bring this down. And no high would definitely go higher here. 50 entry here, you up. Yeah, saying LE, which is live cattle. I'm going to bring this back down smaller. Down 5 ticks. Went in business. It's an ugly chart today. Nothing happening here. After we got in there, that's when we start to chop like this. But here, we went in right here. We went above the VWAP, we went below it. When we crossed back above it, thinking, hey, we're going to go higher. And I've been in this trade for a while now. So, again, if they make it no low, obviously we don't want to be in this trade anymore. But we took this on the premise that LE, the last 3 or 4 days, have been going higher. If I go to the 30-minute LE chart here, you might see what I'm talking about here. So LE trade from 9:30 to 2:05. So here, that was a bullish day on Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, that was kind of bullish open. We kind of retraced here. Like right now, we're down 6 ticks, 8 ticks. So we got traced out here, thinking, hey, this is gonna hold. Again, if we come back down here and take my stop is at 35. So if they come down here and take me at 35, more power to them. But we're gonna hope to go toward this fair value gap up here. Looks like this is not gonna happen. Yeah, trading early can definitely be boring because we've been in this trade for about 50 minutes, almost 50 minutes. Nothing really much happened since then. We had to restart Ninja. Ninja was acting up. I was going to be patient here and see what this brings us. But going back to the ES, yeah, right now we're getting some selling here. Got some sell. So I wonder what the high on this candle was. Exactly 20. The high on this candle was 20. The 20 that Jimmy and I was talking about. And because at the time, the reason why I said that price was down here, and the third, that third standard deviation from the VWAP was at 20. So I said 20 could be definitely resistance. And this is what's happening right now. They may retest it or even break it and go higher on LE. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what it does. I mean, again, we have a stop in a place where if they get to the stop, that means we're really wrong. So that's why we're going to put it in between we give it room to move. Yeah, LE today is definitely not behaving because right now we're down 6 ticks. So hey, looks like we're gonna break. We already booked 620. Was that a retest to go lower? That could be. Definitely 25 is another resistance. It's a natural number for resistance to be support or resistance. Since we're going higher, it might be a resistance. But right now we definitely wouldn't want to. So NQ is going down also, which could be saying ES might be going down. I guess the 20 was a resistance. I remember this was resistance. So will this serve as support now? You know, I think they can come back in this range, and yeah, this definitely could be serving as support now. Quickly, we saw the yellow mark here is showing the point of control for this, for the candle. We see it jump from the bottom to the middle. So that means we're getting more and more contracts trading to the upside at the moment. So going to 25 here is a big possibility. I would think they go to 25 before they get to 11.5. That would be my guess among all the time. Yeah, it looks like they're getting to 11.5 before that. Okay. That was getting some of those buyers off and then bring it back higher. That could be that kind of move they're doing here. LE's about to take me out. So we're out of LE, which is fine. So I think we're done trading LE for the moment. So let's look at GC and see what's going on here with GC. That's a loss on LE here. Let's see. So I can get more screen real estate here. Yeah, that's a big reversal on gold here to the upside. All night it was kind of down. So if we were to be trading gold now, it would be a buyer, but we had a place where they could bring it all. Lots of buying by 20. Yeah, I mean, looks like the moment for gold here. So we're trying to go higher on gold. Let's see another pullback here on gold. Then we may try to buy it. I think right here, the area I'd like to go to would be 22 and a half, or even come back to 24. Yeah, I mean, it's when I look at ES, looks like they got some people long up there and then they're reversing it to the downside. So that's what's happening here. Looks like they're moving ES to the downside here. Definitely trend is down on ES at the moment. This is what they did. They tagged some people in by a tick or two at 20 and a quarter, I think was the high, or 20 and a half. At 20 and a half by 2 ticks. Now they bring it down. My gold is ranging here. I think gold is probably taking a little break from the up move. But also they may continue. 1030. So we got the initial balance on gold. And on ES, looking definitely some buyers are coming in here in ES. So I didn't like looking at gold on the top left and bottom right. So I didn't want to buy up here because this was a pivot, you know, because it was too close to the pivot. Now I think we got a little bit more to go higher. If we're gonna go higher, I might just let me see if we can buy gold here. That gives them more room to get to the target here. Okay, we are along gold. Stop should be below this swing. Yeah, we're gonna do a quick scalp here on gold. If we up 6 ticks, we're gonna move our stop to break even. Looking at the order flow here on gold. Doesn't look good. Looks like we're gonna get tagged out here for a loss. I'm gonna give it one more tick here because we might be get tagged out here too on gold. So if that's happened here, we're probably gonna call it the day, call it the morning at least. Wasn't ready to go long yet. All right, I think it's 10:36, 10:34. We did say 22. We did say 22 was a place to buy. Okay, maybe not. It's gonna cancel this order here. Looks like we're going higher here. All right, so with that said, we're gonna end the stream. Hopefully, Jimmy, you're doing well with your trading, and as you can see here, two trades, one on LE and one on GC, both losers, but small losers. 7 ticks on, I think it was like 16 ticks on LE, and gold maybe was 12 or 13. So at the end of the world, nothing that we can recover. So with that said, thank you so much for being here. God bless, take care, and good trading. Bye bye.